introduction and entrepreneurship to startup topics. So the plan today is basically about the introduction. So firstly, what we'll do is basically innovation paths. It is gap filling, alternative approaches, and entirely new creations. So innovation basically is incremental improvements in existing workflows, novel methods addressing known problems differently, and breakthroughs that redefine domains. And entrepreneurship is about building, sustaining, and scaling ventures around innovations. So gaps in healthcare in India: healthcare spend around 2.1% of the GDP versus US spend 18% and China 7%. So underinvestment relative to developed economies. And then we have the urban-rural divide. So resources, infrastructure, and specialist disparities. Also in the rural areas, there's basically very less of these, it is very less technologically advanced as compared to the cities, urban areas, right? So workforce ratios are also, there are low beds, doctor, nurse, per capita metrics, peer coverage, limited insurance penetration, high out-of-pocket expenses, then preventive versus curative. The system still is cure-focused. Preventive, public health, pollution, sanitation, water remain underdeveloped. Right. So now more gaps in healthcare and delivery. Patient journey touchpoints. So first, discovery of the whatever, let's say an injury or a disease, then arrival to the hospital, registration, then triage, waiting time, then assessment of that disease, then workup, then treatment planning, admission, then treatment, then monitoring, recovery outcome, discharge, post-discharge care, and follow-up. Process shortfalls, basically people and training, skills gaps in non-physician workforce. Quality assurance is another thing that is shortcoming. Lack of standardized protocols and diagnostic bottlenecks, undiagnosed or untreatable diseases, and preventive medicine and home care, nascent development stages. Then we have basically invention versus innovation. So firstly, invention is creation of novel products or processes. So creation of completely new products. For example, Thomas Alva Edison created the light bulb and telephone. These are new inventions. So it emphasizes new creations, novelty, and research and development. While innovation is basically practical application and commercialization of existing ideas. For example, smartphones evolving from mobile phones. It emphasizes market adaptation and value creation of the existing ideas. Relationship, inventions provide the groundwork and the basic framework, and innovations bring them to scale and translate into societal benefit. Now, AI in invention and innovation. So, discovery, acceleration, data mining, and pattern recognition. AI algorithms uncover hidden correlations in large data sets. Then, AI-driven drug discovery platforms propose novel molecular candidates. Some smart features like virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, intelligent imaging, CT, MRI scans with AI-driven reconstruction or diagnostic suggestions. Now, penicillin case study, discovery in 1928 by Alexander Fleming. So, his serendipitous observation, right? Commercialization, Florey and Ernst Chain developed mass production methods scaled further in US labs. So the lesson is that it demonstrates how an invention, penicillin's antimicrobial action, required intense innovation, production, distribution, and clinical protocols to transform medicine. Now, PSCS is Picture Archiving and Communication Systems versus Radial Information System, RIS, integrated with PACS. Right. So integration is unified across hospital info systems, eliminating data silos. Now, benefits of RIS PACS are greater than 99.9% reporting compliance. Virtually all studies are reported, ensuring quality and reducing misses. Improved report quality and timelines, standardized templates, priority workflows, then universal accessibility. Clinicians, radiologists, administrators, healthcare professionals access patient images and reports in real time. And then reporting enables remote diagnostics and work from home reporting. So benefits, basically dashboarding, real-time metrics on report, turnaround times, TATs, identifies bottlenecks, and QA/QC program, addendum review workflows to capture and correct reporting discrepancies, doctor productivity, HR model, links performance metrics to manpower planning, R&D, partnership incubation with startups, indigenous R&D initiatives, AI plugins, modular integration of third-party AI tools into the reading workflow to enhance efficiency. Now, project brainstorming, for example, clinical decision support system, AI-driven alerts, recommendations for clinicians, virtual transcriptionist or resident, automated reporting assistant using NLP, new linguistic programming, and natural language processing and speech-to-text, and dynamic patient waiting management, real-time queue optimization in radiology departments, ML-based ETA predictions, particularly encouragement for CV-based solutions, leveraging post collaborations, and that's that. Then innovation without invention, theoretical debate on incremental versus radical innovation, right? So rapid software iterations versus hardware breakthroughs, risks of software-only solutions lacking foundational technology. So all of these things are bullet points to whatever we discussed earlier in the slides, and basically now some terminology and definitions for you to get clearer. So conditional GAN is basically generative adversarial network conditioned on input data used for realistic synthetic image generation. YOLOV is you only look once real-time object detection algorithm. Then PACS and RIS are discovered. PACS is digital imaging data storage and retrieval, and RIS manages patient scheduling, billing, and reporting workflows. For radiology particularly. Then radiomics is extraction of high-dimensional quantitative features from medical images, and UNIT is convolutional neural network CNN architecture designed for biomedical image segmentation. So that's it.